And we are back. Pokemon Heart Gold Hardcore Randomized Nuzlocke. This is the final installment in this series, and we are kicking it off on a high note, taking on Jimmy or Blue here, the final gym leader in the Kanto region. Omen, the Raikou, comes down, and we were potentially going to do that slow start cheese where we try to cancel out his terrible randomized ability with that beautiful Swords Dance setup. Instead, we pivot into Anakin dodging that ground type Earthquake, getting a really nice swap in there, but then the Primate comes down and confuses our starter, but Anakin will not be denied. We can obviously swap out, we can roll the crit with the cross chop, and that's exactly what we do as the air slash comes in and takes care of the Primate. No problem there. The Torterra comes down looking absolutely beautiful at this point in the game, but however, air slash is super effective, and stab on top of that, it gets the flinch into a critical hit. Anakin self-allies himself off the backboard as Ariados is an offering to the new world. The Beedrill comes down, and they are all super effective options here for the cutest Togekiss. The poison does come across the the battlefield here, leaving us with 40 HP. Anakin is struggling, as am I, with the commentary. However, we have a legendary Phasma here, the Gardena, not the Gardena, the Giratina, thank you very much, but we go into the Shadow Realm, dodging the agility, as you do with another fadeaway crit. Beautiful stuff, and the Kricketune comes down. I don't know what this final team is, but Blue is really feeling his bugs and weak Pokemon as the Giratina gets another flinch with the King's Rock from last video. The Shadow Force connects. Kricketune barely holds on, tries to get a Parasong, bringing down the box legendary, but Gen 4 will not be denied as a Dragon Claw potentially will come across. Instead, we are going to cheese Blue. We are going to cheese Blue. Kricketune plays his final song as we swap around, denying the death on our side, but the Parasong will kill its own person. This is brutal. Why would we do this? Can somebody get in here and stop this mindless violence? However, Kricketune taunts until the very end and deserves the death. Author Jimmy is defeated. What an absolute mess of a fight, but we get the win. And we have arrived at the top of Mount Silver. It's going to come down to this final battle between us and Red. So to give Red a tiny, tiny advantage here, I brought out our slow start Raikou that you've kind of seen throughout the run. It's going to put us at a really big disadvantage as it's going to give us a 50% attack and speed debuff for the first 3 turns that Raikou's out there. So it's the ultimate risk reward to where if he sends out a terrible Pokemon that we can just essentially cancel out the slow start with Swords Dance and max attack, then we deserve the win, I feel like, or at least that sweep. But I'm pretty sure Raikou's just going to go down, and then it's going to put us at a 5v6 and make this super interesting. So on top of that, we've got the triple threat legendaries from Gen 4 here with the Dialga, Palkia, and the Giratina, as well as our 2 boys here have the Lustrous Orb and the Adamant Orb, which gives you a dual buff in Steel and Dragon type moves, as well as Water and Dragon type moves. So we are looking really good there. And then that huge power Lucario, my gosh, Skywalker is such a stud muffin. And we also have our starter Pokemon from the initial starting town in this randomizer is going to be the Togekiss. Anakin doing absolute work this run as well. We swapped out Psychic for Water Spout for a little bit better coverage, but I am feeling incredibly good about this team. We basically curb stomped the Elite Four with almost this exact team. We did lose a few Pokemon coming over to the Kanto side of things in this post game, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been the first time that I've ever explored past the Elite Four in these games, so really enjoying that. And it all comes down to this: can we beat Red? It's going to be a 6v6. As you saw there, my levels are 84, meeting Red right in the middle, as his lowest Pokemon is 80 and his highest Pokemon is going to be 88. So it really just depends on what Red's team is and what he decides to throw out first. And here it is, the Ursaring comes down. On top of that, we're stuck in the hail. So I think we just go for a Swords Dance, just show Red what our strategy was as we try to tank a Stab Thrash in the hail, and that's not going to end well for anybody. But let's just go out. Let's just go out like a stud muffin. Owen falls, and now it is essentially a 5v6, kind of exactly what we were hitting on here. And I think we just go into Calrissian. We have the steel typing, so we will resist the normal typing from the teddy bear here, and I think that is the play. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's go for a super effective Aura Sphere. So we drop back, hit Ursaring with super effective damage. The Thrash comes down, the hail continues to fall, and I'm not sure if red heals, but we're about to find out. As Scribe Veronica does, red might not, but Veronica absolutely does. We're just going to take another hail turn here. That is a super interesting addition to this battle, actually, but we get rid of essentially red's ace, level 88, so it's all uphill from here as the Nidoqueen comes down. She's probably going to go for a stab Earth Power, I believe. So we do thankfully have a flying type that we can really utilize for that purpose. For that doesn't affect pivot. Beautiful stuff. And now we have a monstrous water spout that's going to hit for super effective damage. Is it enough though? It absolutely is, as the Nidoqueen falls. So that is 2 Pokemon down. We got 4 to go, and the Manectric is here. The Manectric is here. We don't have a ground type to perfectly pivot into that, but we do have 3 Pokemon with ground type moves. So I think we get Captain Phasma in there, get that Giratina out and about. The Thunder comes down, no paralysis, no critical, beautiful stuff. And now I think we just fade with the Earth Power, the charge raising its special defense. That might actually keep the Thunderdog alive here, and it does really nicely. But with the hail, this should be a 2-shot, no problem. With the withdraw, the absolute withdraw, the Shedinja comes out, but it has Wonder Guard, so the hail's gonna one-shot it. The hail absolutely one-shots it. That is just embarrassing. I don't know why. That's got to be like the 3rd or 4th Shedinja that's shown up, and they all have Wonder Guard, so the randomizer does not respect Shedinja at all. It's the only Pokemon that doesn't get a random ability. It just stays with it. That is so bizarre. But man, that is some comical stuff right there, as the Flygon comes down with a very interesting sprite position. He's really showing off his belly there. So it probably has a dragon type move, but I think we can just blitz it down with Shadow Force. So let's vanish into the Shadow Realm. We dodge the Dragon Claw, so there it is. The hail comes down and we do connect. The Dragon Claw is here on the 2nd turn, but we hold on. Beautiful stuff. The hail really coming down, but I'm feeling it. Let's go for one more Shadow Force. We're gonna have to chip the hail right here, and we're gonna finish off the Flygon. So hopefully the next Pokemon doesn't have like I was going to say like Shadow Tag or Arena Trap, but we know Manectric doesn't. So we can either pivot into Grievous or Calrissian, really just not Anakin because we can't eat an electric type move. It's probably going to go for Thunder. So Calrissian potentially, but I have seen Manectric learn Flamethrower before. But I really dig the Steel typing, and then it's only neutral with Palkia because of the water typing. So we're just going to get Calrissian in there, but we sidestep it so the Thunder does absolutely nothing. And then I think we can safely go for an Earth Power as it just tries to preserve its life with a charge here. The Earth Power comes down, and it is enough to finish off the Manectric. And that brings us to the final Pokemon, and it is the Pachirisu here. And I don't think an Earth Power is going to one-shot, but the Discharge comes down, and it does get the paralysis. However, the Earth Power connects, and it's not enough to finish off the cute little squirrel. But all we got to do is drop back with one more Earth Power, or we pivot into Grievous, into our Palkia. And if future me could just insert a clip of me and Sock Swords Soul Link where Palkia wipes my team, insert here. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? It's bad. It's so bad. Oh, the pain, dude. The absolute pain. And then come back to this moment and let's finish this game. Let's finish this Pachirisu. Palkia, you took something precious from me, and now you're going to give me something precious in return. And that would be the victory to this hardcore Heart Gold randomizer, coming at you live as Scribe Veronica clings to life with these full restores, doesn't want to lose its tiny little Pikachu clone. And with one more Earth Power, if we can break through the confusion, and you better believe Palkia can, time and space could not hold us back as we secure the win. Absolute insanity. Giratina absolutely flexing on top of the mountain. Ridiculous stuff. That Shedinja going down was too much. And I do believe that will do it for this run. We'll be back soon with another project. It'll probably be a normal type monologue as far as what I've been looking at. I think we might give one of those a shot. That could be a lot of fun. But as far as this video goes, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you on the flip. Peace.